Good morning, dear students. This is Shafi from Don Bosco PU College, Chitradurga. In our previous class, we learned the derivation for the condition for the coplanarity of two lines, right? In this class, we are going to solve the problems based on the previous derivation. Let us solve the problems. Before that, kindly note down the vector and Cartesian form for the previous derivation. Here it is the vector form. It is a vector form. Let r vector equals to a1 vector plus lambda b1 vector, r vector equals to a2 vector plus mu b2 vector with the two lines. Then scalar triple product a2 minus a1 b1 b2 equals to 0, or a2 vector minus a1 vector dot b1 cross b2 equals to 0. Hence it is a vector form for the coplanarity of two lines. Now Cartesian form, let x minus x1 by a1, y minus y1 by b1, z minus z1 by c1, and x minus x2 by a2, y minus y2 by b2, z minus z2 by c2 with the two lines. Then determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2 equals to 0. Hence it is a Cartesian form for the coplanarity of two lines. If the questions are given in the vector form, it is the condition to verify whether the planes are coplanar or not. If the lines are given in Cartesian form, hence it is a condition to verify whether the planes are coplanarity or not. Kindly note down this vector and Cartesian form in your notebook. Take a screenshot or you can pause the video. Okay, now let us solve one question based on this derivation. First question, here we have the problem. Prove that x plus 3 by minus 3 equals to y minus 1 equals to z minus 5 by plus 5, and x plus 1 by minus 1 equals to y minus 2 by plus 2 equals to z minus 5 by plus 5. Here we have to prove that these two lines are coplanar. What is the condition for coplanar? Before that, you just observe the given question. These are the lines given in Cartesian form. These are the lines given in Cartesian form. So that we have to use Cartesian form conditions. We have to use Cartesian form conditions. Here it is a Cartesian form condition, that is what? Determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2 equals to 0. We have to prove that this determinant value is equals to 0. We have to prove that this determinant is equals to 0. Then we can say that these two lines are coplanar, otherwise these are not coplanar. Here the lines are given. You just arrange these lines in a proper manner. I already told you in the previous classes itself that these lines we have to represent in the form of x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, x minus x2, y minus y2, z minus z2. Like that we have to represent these two lines. X plus 3 we have to represent this line like x minus x1 by a1, b minus b1, y minus y2 by c1, z minus z2 by c1. Like that we have to represent. X minus x1, here we have plus 3, we have to adjust like x minus of minus 3 divided by minus 3 equals to, next y minus 1, only we have y minus 1. What about in the denominator? There will be 1. It understood that in the denominator there will be a 1. equals to z minus 5 divided by 5, z minus 5 divided by 5, and one more line is given x plus 1, that is we have to represent this line in the form x minus x2 by a2 equals to y minus y2 by b2 equals to z minus z2 by c2. Let us represent this line in the form x minus x2, that is what, minus 1, x minus of minus 1, x minus of minus 1 divided by minus 1 equals to y. Here already we have minus, no need to rearrange it, we just keep it as it is, y minus 2 by plus 2 equals to z minus 5 divided by plus 5. Now it is in the form of x minus x1 by a1 equals to y minus y1 by b1 equals to z minus z1 by c1, and x minus x2 by a2, y minus y2 by b2, z minus z2 by c2. Here let us identify the things x minus, let us identify the things x1, y1, z1, a1, b1, c1. It is x1, it is y1, and it is z1. Here x1 equals to, after the minus what we have, minus 3, x1 is minus 3. y1 equals to, after the minus what we have, plus 1, y1 is plus 1. What about z1? After the minus what we have, plus 5. What about a1, b1, c1? a1 is minus 3, b1 is plus 1, c1 is plus 5. Understood? These type of questions already we have solved in our previous classes. Now let us come to the second line, x2. After the minus what we have, minus 1, x2 is minus 1, y2. After the minus what we have, plus 2, y2 is plus 2, z2. After the minus what we have, plus 5. Now a2 is minus 1, b2 is plus 2, c2 is plus 5. a2 is minus 1, b2 is plus 2, c2 is plus 5. Now we found the values x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, a1, b1, c1, and a2, b2, c2. Now you just recall the condition for the coplanarity of two lines in Cartesian form. What we have, you just see the note points, determinant of what we have, determinant of x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Next a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. We have to prove that, you just see the question, we have to prove that these two, the given lines are coplanar. Coplanar condition is what? This determinant value should be equals to 0. If this determinant value equals to 0, therefore we can say that the given two lines are coplanar, otherwise that lines are not coplanar. Equals to, you just substitute the values what we have for x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, a1, b1, c1, and a2, b2, c2. x2 minus x1, minus 1, minus of minus 3. I am just substituting the values of x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, a1, b1, c1, and a2, b2, c2. Kindly do not confuse. x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, that is 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1, z2 minus z1, 5 minus 5, 5 minus 5. Next, a1, b1, c1, minus 3, 1, 5, minus 3, 1, 5, a2, b2, c2, minus 1, plus 2, and plus 5. You just simplify it, that is equals to determinant of minus 1 minus of minus 3 is plus 3, plus 3 minus 1 is how much? Plus 2. 2 minus 1 is 1, 5 minus 5 is 0, minus 3 plus 1 plus 5, minus 1 plus 2 and plus 5. Now you just find out the determinant value. How to find the determinant? Plus minus plus, plus minus plus. So plus minus plus, that is equals to plus 2 into next minus 1 into plus 0 into anything is 0. You just write as it is, that is 0 into anything is 0, plus 2 into minus 1 into yes, plus 2 into. How to find these things? Delete that corresponding row and corresponding column. These things already we learn, and also we have solved so many questions based on finding the determinant value. I hope you understood well. 1 into 5 is 5, minus 5 into 2 is 10. 5 2s are 10. Okay. Next, minus 1 into, delete this corresponding row and corresponding column. Minus 1 into, delete that corresponding row and corresponding column. Minus 3 into 5 is minus 15, minus 3 into 5 is minus 15, minus 5 into 1 minus 1 is minus 5. Understood? That is equals to 2 into 5 minus 10 is minus 5, minus 15 plus 5 is how much? Minus 10, isn't it? That is equals to 2 into minus 5 is minus 10, minus into minus 10 is plus 10. So minus 10 plus 10 is 0, right? Therefore this determinant value we found, that is 0. Hence the given plane, therefore the given lines are coplanar. Therefore the given lines are coplanar. So it is one of the problem related to the previous derivation. It is only the one. It is only the one question in your inserted textbook belongs to the previous derivation. Now let us move on to the next type of problems, that is angle between two planes. So next let us move on to the next one, that is the angle between two planes. Angle between two planes, we have the derivation also. The derivation is not that much important for your point of examination. If you want, you can go through with the NCERT textbook. No need to learn the derivation of this angle between two lines. Hence, the problems are important more than the derivation of the angle between two planes. So here also we have vector form and Cartesian form. Let us write down vector form. If the planes are given in vector form, then how to find the angle between the two planes? Let r vector dot n1 vector equals to d1 and r vector dot n2 vector equals to d2 with the two planes. Then theta is the angle between two planes. Two planes is cos theta equals to n1 vector dot n2 vector divided by magnitude of n1 vector dot n2 vector. You just remember the formula for finding the angle between two vectors in dot product. In dot product itself, we have one formula based on finding the angle between two vectors. You just remember that formula. In the dot product, we have cos theta equals to a1 vector dot b1 vector divided by magnitude of a1 magnitude of a dot b by magnitude a magnitude b, isn't it? Right? So it is the formula we have in our algebra, that is vector algebra, isn't it? You just compare these two formulas, you will find a little bit difference. Here also n1 dot n2 divided by magnitude n1 magnitude n2. Here modulus of a dot b by magnitude a magnitude b, isn't it? Okay. Here also we have some note points. You just note down. If theta equals to 90, if theta equals to 90 degrees, suppose you just imagine if we put 90 degrees in this theta, what we will get? Cos 90 is what? Cos 90 is 0. Cos 90 is 0. If we take this magnitude n1, magnitude n2 to that left, we will get 0. Hence, finally we will get n1 dot n2 equals to 0. You just put in place of theta with 90 degrees, cos 90 is 0. Then in the denominator we have magnitude n1, magnitude n2. If you send this magnitude n1 and magnitude n2 to that left, we will get 0. Hence, finally we will get n1 dot n2 equals to 0. Then n1 vector dot n2 vector equals to 0. Then the planes are perpendicular. Then the planes are perpendicular. Now what about if the planes are parallel? What about if the planes are parallel? If n1 vector equals to lambda into n2 vector, then the planes are parallel. Then the planes are parallel. So it is the concept very similar to the vector algebra. There also, in vector algebra also, we have the condition. If the two vectors are said to be perpendicular, then a dot b equals to 0, isn't it? If the two vectors are said to be perpendicular, then a dot b equals to 0. If the two vectors are said to be parallel, then a vector equals to lambda times of b vector, or a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2. These things already we have learned in our vector algebra. Things are very similar to the vector algebra. Kindly do not confuse. So it is the concept belongs to the vector algebra. Here it is the concept belongs to the angle between two planes, not lines, not vectors. Angle between two planes it is. Hence it is a vector form. What about the Cartesian form? What about the Cartesian form? Let a1x plus b1y plus c1z plus d1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2z plus d2 equals to 0 with the two planes. Then theta is the angle between them. Then theta is the angle between them. Now you just recall the concept of vector algebra. In vector algebra also we have one formula that is also very similar to this one. Cos theta equals to modulus of a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by square root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square dot a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. It is the formula to find the angle between two planes when the planes are given in Cartesian form. Okay. This formula also we have learned in our vector algebra. In this also we have perpendicular and parallel condition. If theta equals to 90 degrees, same it is also. If theta is 90, if we put 90 in place of theta, we will get 0. The denominator goes to that left. Finally, we will get a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 equals to 0. If 90 degrees, if theta equals to 90, then a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 equals to 0. Then the planes are perpendicular. Then the planes are perpendicular. Okay. Now what about parallel? If a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, then the planes are parallel. Then the planes are parallel. Hence it is a Cartesian form. You just note down this vector form and Cartesian form in your notebook. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take it, and kindly do not make any kind of mistakes in your notebook. Kindly maintain a proper notes. So it is a Cartesian form. It is a vector form. It is a vector form. Understood? Now let us solve the question related to this angle between two planes. We have the question: find the angle between the following planes. Here we have the first question: A, 2x plus y minus 2z and 3x minus 6y minus 2z equals to 7. These are the planes given in Cartesian form. These are the planes given in Cartesian form. You just recall the formula for Cartesian form. What is the formula for Cartesian form? Cos theta equals to modulus of a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by square root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square dot square root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square, isn't it? So before that, you just identify the things that a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2. Here a1 equals to, a1 is nothing but x coefficient 2, b1 is what? Y coefficient is plus 1, a2 a1 b1 c1, a1 b1 c1 it is, c1 equals to c1 z coefficient is minus 2. If there is a minus, be careful. Now what about a2 b2 c2? a2 equals to, a2 is nothing but x coefficient plus 3, b2 is nothing but y coefficient is minus 6, c2 is nothing but z coefficient minus 2. Okay, so a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2 we have. Now write down the formula. We know that cos theta equals to, what is the formula? a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by square root of a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square dot square root of a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. That is equals to modulus of, you just substitute the values of a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2. 2 into 3 plus 1 into minus 6, 1 into minus 6, minus 2 into minus 2, minus 2 into minus 2. Okay, next in the denominator, that is square root of first number squares, that is 2 square, 1 square minus 2 whole square, 2 square plus 1 square plus minus 2 whole square. Kindly do not confuse. I am just replacing the values of a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2. a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. a2 is nothing but second numbers, 3 square minus 6 whole square minus 2 whole square, 3 square plus minus 6 whole square plus minus 2 whole square. That is equals to modulus of 2 into 3 is 6, 1 into minus 6 is minus 6, minus 2 into minus 2 is plus 4, divided by square root of 2 square is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus again 4, that is 9, root 9 into square root of 3 square is 9, 9 minus 6 whole square is 36 plus 4 is 40, 40 plus 9 is 49, plus 6 minus 6 will get cancelled, that is equals to, that is what, 0. 4 divided by root 9, root 9 is how much, 3 into root 49 is 7, that is equals to 4 divided by 21, 4 divided by 21, it is cos theta equals to. Therefore, what about the angle theta? Theta equals to cos inverse of 4 divided by 21. Hence, it is the angle between the two planes. Understood? I hope you understood the concept of finding the angle between two planes. Kindly note down this answer in your notebook. Now write down the homework questions. Now you just write down the homework questions. Second question B. 3x minus 6y, 3x minus 6y plus 2z equals to 7, and 2x plus 2y minus 2z equals to 5. It is the question homework. Find out the angle between the two planes. Okay, dear students, hence it is the class for today. In the next class, we will continue with the remaining problems. Thank you.